like every creator, I feel like, deals with some sort of comparison. It's natural to compare yourself, but it's not healthy.
Come on, let's make something new right now. We can be friends and get this flowing. Come on, let's make something new right now. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to Let's Create with Alex Blake. I'm your host, Alex Blake, and today we have a guest on the pod for the new year. Let's go. Happy New Year. Guys, this is Maegan. You guys know her. You love her. You've met her before. Maegan Grendell Cooley.
Yes. I don't think we've done an episode since I got married.
I know your new last name. It's so weird to say. I did
It is
change it
weird.
in my phone.
Really?
So I'm a real one. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But I kept your maiden name in there too. Because I was like, it's like your photo name, you know?
Just
so
in
it's like
case you
weird to not
forget.
have it. Yeah. Like
I
even
know, yeah, it's my
Cassidy,
business name.
I have Cassidy as Cassidy Lynn Janho. I'm like, I want the last
Yeah.
name, but like also I need like what you go by, you know?
Yeah. No, I have her last name too.
Do you have me with Blake in it?
No, it's Alex Otto.
That's even more real, I feel like. I feel so special. I feel
mean, that's
special
your
that
last
Blake is
name.
out. I know, it's funny though. Okay, well, guys, it's officially the new year by the time you're listening to this. For us, if we're being honest, we haven't even hit Christmas yet.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It is crazy, but
next
it's about
week,
to
though.
be Christmas. I know. So soon you guys will hear me yapping about all the fun things I got for Christmas and got to give.
Oh
But
my gosh, I can't wait for your haul.
I know. But for now, we're going to go through fun New Year things. We thought it would be fun today to talk about things that we are letting go of in 2026, things we are leaving behind in 2025. Like we no longer need to carry this stuff. We just want to see what we're letting go of. So Maegan had a good idea of each coming up with 5 things. You came up with 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I came
great.
up with like 10, but I'll tell you 5.
Whoa, you came up with a 10. I want to hear all 10.
They're like related though, so.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say our thing and then we'll kind of like give a little descriptor for it, you know, like
Yeah.
why we're saying that little thing. So, but I thought this would be such a good like first kind of episode of the year, little fun topic where it's like lighthearted and fun, but also there's going to be deep moments in this too, I think. Like some of mine are kind of deep if we're being real.
Oh,
Like
I'm scared.
I told Maegan, I was like, I don't know if it's the pregnancy mood swings or what, but I'm deep. She said I was philosophical. It's a whole new me. That's what I'm letting go of, not deep. And I'm walking into deep 2026.
She's only serious.
I'm only serious now. It's my dark lipstick.
Yeah, true.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can see I'm going for a new color. We're not sure how we
Trying
feel
something
about
out.
it yet.
I think it's cute.
Really?
I do.
It's growing on me. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
We'll see. Okay. Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll tell you my first one.
Okay. I'm ready.
And then you can do like one and then.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1, I am letting go of overbooking.
Ooh, that's a hard one. Do you think you're really going to let go of it?
I don't know.
You know what I
these
mean?
And I've said this before. I've said this probably every year, but this year kicked my butt.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you can relate, and everyone listening, busy season was busy.
It was wild.
And I kind of did it to myself. I'm not gonna lie, which I'm thankful for all the opportunities. Like I am very grateful, but at the same time, like I'm really tired.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to be more intentional about maybe the projects I take on and prioritizing like resting as well.
Love it.
And not just saying yes to say yes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That goes along with mine. But before I get there, I have a fun story for everyone about me and you and Cassidy.
What?
But we went to Nashville this June. Remember? It was so fun. And we went on a girls trip. But guys, Maegan was so overwhelmed with her editing queue. Like
Oh my
so
gosh.
overwhelmed.
'Cause
And
it
so me
was
and
in
Cassidy were
May.
like, yeah, oh, it was crazy. It was like, I think it was like the first week of June or no, you're
was like
right.
the
It
end of
was
May.
the end of May. Yeah. Because it was right after my birthday. But anyway, she was so overwhelmed because it was like busy season crazy. And we're like, yeah, let's just go on a trip. Like, who are we to
Yeah,
think that in the middle of busy season we
just
can go on
toss
a
that
trip?
in there.
Yeah, sure. But anyway, she was so overwhelmed. So me and Cassie were like, you know what? Let's put on the Parent Trap and help Maegan cull. And so we like culled through some of her sessions for her, and then she worked on editing them, and we got stuff done for you that night.
It was helpful, yeah.
So while you're
Thank you
leaving
for that.
overbooking, yeah, you're leaving overbooking like behind. If anyone listening to this does overbook, get yourself a community. Like get yourself some
Yeah.
friends. Have a little
Have a
editing night with your
culling party.
friends. Yeah, a culling party. Honestly, that
Yeah.
kind of sounds fun.
Hire your friends to work for you.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly though, if
Pay
like
them in
you
pizza, you know, like
if you like don't want to book less, you could like have someone help you. Like
Yeah.
just outsource more.
yeah, that is true. Yeah,
But still
I think
that's like taking more off of your plate though, which is
yeah,
good.
it really is like picking and choosing though of like what fills you up and what drains you, because
Mm-hmm.
some photographers I feel like are very filled up by like the shooting experience where like they're going and they're being with people and they're meeting them, and then others are more filled up by getting to work from home and like outsourcing the shooting itself and doing an associate team. Or there's people who are like, the admin work is just really bogging me down during busy season, and it's the sending the contracts and sending the emails, and so they need to outsource for an admin, you know, like it's like either you can't be overbooked or you got to outsource a lot.
Yeah. Just
But
like being aware of how much work is too much work.
yeah, and what work is the part that's too much work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could do all of it,
Yeah,
but it won't be good.
I love it. Okay, well, mine, like I said, kind of goes along with that. And you're going to be like, but it is something I'm letting go of in 2026, saying yes just for the sake of travel.
There we go.
Yeah. I feel it in my bones, guys.
Yeah.
I really do. Maegan and I both traveled a ton. I guess I didn't say this in the intro, but Maegan, you live in Utah. I live in South Carolina, and it's really crazy. How many times did we see each other this year?
I'm
Like,
like 6.
yeah, I was going to
5,
say maybe 7. So like somewhere around
which
there.
is
And so
awesome.
it's so awesome. And I love getting to see you in person, but also like I like to be home.
Yeah.
And it's hard to like take consistent work when with consistent clients here in Charleston when I'm gone. It's hard to have a consistent date night with Zach when I'm gone. Like it's just hard to do life when you're constantly traveling. And I think in a different season of life, I've always been like, oh my gosh, this trip, what a trip. Like, yes, I'm in. Like, I love it. I just want to travel. And like, it doesn't really matter. Like if I had the opportunity, like one time I had a friend who wanted me to do pictures in Hawaii. So she's like, hey, like, you know, I can't pay you for the thing, but like I can pay your travel. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. You know, but now I'm like, but does that fit into like my life season? Would I say yes to that in 2026?
Hawaii?
No,
Yes.
maybe Hawaii. Maybe Hawaii I would.
Somewhere else? No.
Yeah, I think it's just like really being selective of when I want to travel and what I want to travel for. And that's the thing. Like, I think it's like, okay, Zach and I doing a trip together is more important than maybe me traveling on my own for a session opportunity in Texas. I don't know, you know, like a random
for
spot.
sure.
But like just thinking through, like, not everything needs to be a yes from me just because I'm available right now. Or like I said, for the sake of travel. So there's that. Plus, I'm pregnant and I'm going to have a baby halfway through 2026.
Which is crazy and awesome.
I know.
But just really changes how you book yourself for sure.
Oh, yeah. And it changes just like everything, thinking about like maternity leave. Maternity leave will be through busy season. Like that's crazy,
Yeah.
you know, and just thinking it through like all of those things, travel just needs to be a no-go so that I can save even, you know, and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
For sure.
So that's a big one for me. You want to go next?
Yes. My number 2, I'm letting go of comparison.
Ooh, tell us more. Tell us more.
I like how we go,
I know. After everyone, we're like, ooh, ah.
I feel like no matter how, I don't know, like big per se anyone is, like every creator, I feel like deals with some sort of comparison
Totally.
because art is like so different for everyone. Like photography is so different for everyone. So like it's natural to compare yourself. But it's not healthy and it doesn't make you happy. And just because somebody else is really good at what they do doesn't mean that you aren't.
Yeah.
And so I think just like reframing how I see things, like, I don't know, like if somebody else posts this really amazing shoot that I wish I could do, it's like that doesn't mean that like my posts are all really bad now.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really good. I've said this on the podcast, I think like multiple episodes, but C.S. Lewis says comparison is the thief of joy. And that like replays in my head every time I hear something about comparison because it's so true. Like I can like take pride in my work. And then the minute that I start comparing myself to Maegan, your work and how beautiful and cinematic and cool it is and grainy, then I'm like somehow like, wait, I no longer take pride in my work. Like I'm no longer like
it's such a weird switch up.
Yeah. And it's like you want to feel fulfilled as a creative in what you're doing. And if you're comparing yourself to someone, you kind of need to like cut the hand off a little bit, you know? And I don't know, something that I've done in the past is like, okay, I feel like I'm comparing myself too much to this person, whether it's in work or in life or whatever. So I'll like unfollow them for a season and follow them back. I mean, obviously, if you know them in person, that's a little different. Like, I don't know, think about it a little bit more. But like, if you don't know them in person, like, it's okay for a season if it's better for your own mind and your own heart to just unfollow them for a little bit. And then when you're in a better season mentally, follow them back if you want, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think, no, that's a good point. I love that quote too. It's a good reminder. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. Just social media is hard. I feel like outside of photography too, like I want to be more just like confident that where I don't even feel like I need to compare. I'm like, oh, this person's great and I'm great too. So yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, Maegan, I've seen you grow a lot in your confidence, even just in like the time that we've been friends, which is like 3 years now. 2022. We met in 2022. Okay. It's 2026.
Oh yeah, so it's 4.
Whoa, almost 4, yeah. But yeah, I do feel like I've seen you grow a lot in confidence. Not that you were like, you know, super insecure or anything like that when we met, but I do think like you were super young when we met. You were 19, you know, and obviously I was younger too, but like 19 is a baby, you know, that's crazy.
That's a teenager.
It is wild. You were literally a teenager.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I know, it's weird.
But like, I've just seen you grow so much in your confidence and the ability to like walk into a room and be like, what up? I'm Maegan, you know, versus like before kind of like holding back and waiting for other people to speak first, you know, and now like you come in and like, you're the life of the party, which is really, I think, a cool thing to see even in just like my friend, you know, which is cool. But
thanks. That's not nice.
Yeah. Love you. Okay. My next one. Okay. This is kind of like, it sounds deeper than it is, but it sounds really deep. Okay. I added an additional word to it to help it sound less deep because I was like, wait, this sounds crazy. Okay. Something I'm letting go of in 2026, not trusting my past self's work. I added work because I felt like not trusting my past self was like really deep. And then I was like, wait, work makes it sound better. But here's what I mean.
Just lightens it up.
I know, because it does sound like so almost like woo-woo deep. I don't know. But like what I mean is that a lot of the time I strategically think ahead in my brain when I'm doing something. And then I almost micromanage myself when I go back to complete the task or finish the next step of the task where I like don't trust that I've done the work well enough. So then I end up doing the same task. Like it takes me double the time to do the task because I go back and like check everything when really like I've already done the mental checks that need to happen the first time I did it. Like I need to trust that I'm strategic today and I was strategic yesterday when I did this first task, you know? And yeah, I just feel like going back over it just like slows me down. And I would actually push forward more in my business if I would not double check myself as much. And I don't mean just like being okay with like typos or something like that. It's like if I'm doing contracts for photo camp, this was like an example from this week, but I was like fixing all of my contracts for the next photo camp in May. And I was like going over it. And then today I sent some out for like speakers and stuff like that. And I was like, Alex, you've done the work. I'm not going to
I
look
do
over
that
it. Like I'm not going to look over it. I've already looked over it enough, you know, and like making sure that I'm not just like taking way too much time on doing something because of that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. So maybe that's a niche to me thing.
Yourself.
I don't know.
No, that's
But
definitely a you thing because I don't know if I necessarily always plan that far ahead, but I understand what you're saying.
that's so funny.
I
That
do that with
honestly, that's
contracts,
real.
though.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's just an example of it. But like I do this stuff all the time where it's like I do tend to like be very strategic when I'm thinking or when I'm planning, but then I like
You are.
like I just don't trust that I was strategic when I was doing something. So then I just like do it 4 times or something the whole time. But
That's me, but with editing, I go back and I look at it and I change like the tiniest thing, and then I'm like, gotta
that's
change
so
it again
funny.
and again and again and again.
That's funny because I actually feel like I'm opposite. Like with editing, I'm like, all right, done. Close it
Yeah.
out, send it off. And you are like nitpicky with things, you know? That's where we're
Yeah.
different. That's funny. Okay, you want to go next?
Yes. Okay. Number 3, letting go of putting yourself in a box creatively.
Ooh, I like it. What does that mean to you?
So just like, I feel like this busy season, I got into such like a rut. It's like, I just felt stuck, like doing the same things, I guess. Like I didn't feel creative. So maybe just, I don't know, I don't even know how to fix it necessarily, but I want to. Just being able to be more creative and get outside that box. And like maybe this goes with not overbooking myself so
True.
that I have room to step out of that box. But yeah, not just like being like, oh, that's like weird, I'm not going to do that, but it could turn out really cool. Just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe trying new things and
Yeah.
leaving room to be creative.
Something I've done, I can't remember if it was like early busy season this year or if it was late busy season last year. So don't quote me on the timeline of it. But something that I did was try to bring one new pose to a shoot.
Yeah, I
Because
remember you talking about that.
yeah, so I don't know when it was. You can remind me if you remember.
Some
but
point. Nope.
at some point in my life, I did that. And it is nice, like during busy season, because I don't know if you're like this in Utah, but for me, it's like busy season is the same 2 locations over and over and over again. And because I have a lot of tourist seniors, like they all want the beach and downtown. And I have the same route that I take them on most of the time because it's the tourist locations that they want. They want Rainbow Row, you know, and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so it's hard because if they're wearing like similar outfits, they're in the same locations and they're wanting images that look like my past senior images. And so they're getting inspo from my own work. That's such a win. Like that's so cool.
Yeah.
But creatively, it is like putting yourself in a box. And so something like simple like that really helped me to be able to like, okay, I'm going to bring this one new thing. And maybe I wait until I'm really inspired in the moment of a location to like pull it out, you know, or something like that. But I don't know. That's something
smart.
that helped me. I also feel like it's really hard. Like that's really, it's just hard to put into practice when it's busy season and it's
is.
like routine like that.
And it's like you almost forget that that was one of your goals
Yeah.
because you're just like literally trying to survive, and it's so repetitive, just like going to the same locations and doing the same things. But it
Do
is
you
a
feel
really
like
good
in
reminder.
slow season it fills you up because you're able to do more creative stuff?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I feel like most people would say they usually feel more creative during slow season because they have that room and that time to shoot for yourself, B, rest. Like, you have to rest, like to even like be creative, like to give your brain room to like create. Like,
Right.
you need to be less stressed. you
Yeah.
know?
I find
so
that
I
when I
do
take
feel
a
like-
break from my camera, that's when I'm most creative. Like I'm ready and like itching to come back and shoot, you know?
Yeah, distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah,
They say.
that's what it is. That's what it is. Man,
But
look at
I
us with
think
all our
also-
good quotes.
In slow season, I also just like have more time for hobbies, and that fills me up. And then like I feel more like myself. And I think my like normal self is creative.
Yeah.
But then when I'm
That's
super
true.
stressed, I don't feel like myself. And then I'm like, I just feel like kind of like a robot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It all goes back to overbooking.
No, I literally think it does.
I think so too, for real.
Or
Especially for
just
busy
like,
season. Like if you're feeling that way in busy season, it's like you actually don't have to be that busy. It goes back to like
yeah,
saying yes to the things or saying no to the things, you
it's
know?
not like you have to beat a record of like how busy you were last year or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it's good to be busy. It is like, I feel weird when I'm not busy, but there's a boundary, I feel like. And I
Yeah.
think, yeah, that's what it comes back to is having boundaries.
Yeah. It's also getting like it's your life and you get to choose what you're busy with. You know what I
True.
mean? Like for me, I have been a lot less busy with sessions, but I've been a lot more busy right now with church stuff. And that's a
Hmm.
choice, like I'm choosing to
Yeah.
do that. And because of that, sometimes there's money that I leave on the table, like when I say no to
Hmm.
something, but it's fulfilling in a different way. And I enjoy doing other
Yeah.
things too. So
Yeah.
sometimes it really is like saying yes to the right things, but saying no to the things that
Yeah.
aren't going to fill you up.
I don't think there's anything wrong with having a full schedule. It's great. It's awesome. And I am like, again, I'm really thankful for the opportunity that I have to be this busy. Like I worked
Right.
so hard for it. I've prayed to be this busy. And so like I can't forget that. But then
Yeah.
again, it's like you're not supposed to be dying. Like
Yeah.
fill your schedule with things that are good busy.
Yeah. Come up to breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it my turn? Was that
Yes.
yours? Yeah. I'm like, hold
Hmm.
on. I don't know. Everything I feel like we're saying goes along with each other's
No,
stuff.
it's
But
definitely, yeah,
okay.
all related.
This one also might just be niche to me. So sorry guys if none of mine make sense. I don't know.
Someone will get it.
But yeah, somebody out there, please comment and let me know because I feel like I'm just like really laying myself out there. Okay. I'm leaving behind or letting go of feeling pressure to constantly reinvent what already works.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. So I feel like sometimes when I feel pressure, whether it's financial pressure or my calendar is full and I feel pressure, it's like whatever it is, I feel the pressure of I need to start something new or I need to fix the problem, but sometimes fixing the problem isn't actually the right solution that I'm like coming up with to do it. It's like I need to like go back in and reorder this in Honeybook and then that will fix everything. Like I just like, it's like a spiral, I think. And
Yeah.
it's like, I'm not actually nailing it on the head of like what the issue is. For example, if it's a scheduling thing and it was over the summer when I was traveling so much, the root of that was that I was traveling so much. So like, okay,
Hmm.
let's pull that out.
Yeah.
And that might actually solve everything. My rhythm actually might be really, really good. My process, my flow might be really good. My amount of times a week that I'm shooting might be really good. But if I'm traveling, it can't be. Like when I'm working is different because I don't have the rhythm of being at home and working this day, and this day. Or when I'm
Hmm.
shooting, in order to make my financial goal, I can't shoot 3 times a week. I have to shoot 6 times in a week because I traveled last week,
Yeah.
and so like that kind of stuff. So like really nailing down what is the problem and not just trying to fix things that aren't actually the issue and they're really not even broken. So I don't need to like go back and try to like reinvent new things to make the wheel work. Does that make
Yeah. Don't make
sense?
it, yeah, like you're trying to overcomplicate
Yeah. Yeah.
when really like what could help is just like recognizing whatever the bottleneck is
Yes. Yeah, like
and
there's
solving
there's
that.
something that's broken, but like making sure I'm being like aware and asking myself the right questions to know what actually
Yes.
is broken to be able to
Sometimes
fix
like
it.
you don't want to know the answer. Do you know what I mean? It's
That's
like
true. Yeah.
you loved traveling, right? Like it was fun, but then you were like, maybe it's not the best. So
Right.
maybe just like being like self-aware enough to realize what is good for you, even
Right.
if like it's not what you wanted or expected.
Right. Or even if it's not the same solution or answer for everyone,
Yeah, for sure.
you
Because
know,
it's not going
like,
to be.
no, it's not. And just using the traveling example because we've been talking about it so much, but like, I'm going to have friends around me in different life seasons or in the same life season that are just different people, you know,
Yep.
and called to different things where that is like the thing that they were created to do is travel and speak and do all these things. And for me, I'm like, I can do that a couple times a year.
Hmm.
And then I want to go on a vacation with Zach.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to choose to do, you know?
Yeah.
And,
So,
and it depends on the project too, of course, but like, it's okay to say no to things because I'm different than the people around me, you know?
yeah, not trying to be and do all that everyone else around you does.
Goes back to comparison. Okay, Megan, you're bringing all the good ones that we can all just like go back to every time. Okay, you want to go next?
Yes. This is number 5.
Yeah, four.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Again, I feel like these are all pretty related. Um, number 4, I wrote down work that doesn't fulfill you, like
Mm.
not booking work that doesn't fulfill you,
Yeah, yours are all
which,
related. That is so true.
which, yeah, maybe I should have like differentiated them a little bit better.
No, it's fine.
But I mean,
It's
okay,
speaking to
yes,
somebody, okay?
yeah, me this last year. Um, I feel like it does kind of relate again to overbooking work that doesn't fulfill you, but I want to focus on um maybe realizing that I don't know how to phrase this. Like I guess it goes back to also what we were just saying about how you don't have to be everybody else. Like if everyone around you is doing family photos, but you hate family photos,
Yeah.
you don't have to be doing them.
Yeah.
Like figuring out what fulfills you and what you actually want to be doing, and then realizing that and realizing it's more valuable to say, no, maybe I don't want to take on this project
Yeah.
than taking it on just because you're going to be making more money.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm in that, like, speaking of family photos, I'm in that kind of like weird season right now because we just moved into like suburbia in the Charleston
Yeah.
area. And there's
Families.
so many families in our neighborhood, like so many. And when I meet them and I tell them what I do, I need to
Yeah,
start just saying, I'm a graduating senior photographer. Like, I need to introduce myself as that.
yeah.
But like, they're like, oh, we want to book you for our family photos. And then I'm like, I
No,
don't
you
do
don't.
that. But it's
Yeah.
hard, Megan, because I'm meeting these people and it is like kind of what we were saying earlier, like leaving money on the table. You know, like I'm meeting families that are saying this like every week.
Yeah. But it's
It's
not about the
crazy.
money all
But
the
it isn't
time.
about the
Like,
money. Yeah, like and that's the thing. Like if you need money, that's totally different. Like do what you
yeah.
need to do in order to pay your bills. But if you're in
Yes.
a place where it's like actually to do this would just deteriorate my creativity, would make me feel like I don't love my job and would overbook me because I'm already booked in the things that I love, then why would you do that? But there
Yeah.
could be a way where you invest in our community by referring them to another photographer. Or if you really, really want to serve them, you could always say, like, I'll edit them, but I'm going to hire an associate and hire a trusted associate to shoot for them. So, like,
Hmm.
but it needs to be trusted. Let's clarify on that.
Trust.
Like,
Yeah.
let's just make sure. But like, there's different ways that you can serve them besides just saying yes to the thing they want you to do if it's not going to fill you up.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe you're not overbooked already, like you're perfectly normally booked, but if you're doing still shoots that you don't love, you're still not gonna like feel great about
Yeah.
what you're like your job.
Yeah.
So I think it is hard though, because like when you do start photography, you kind of have to say yes to these things that you don't really love, but then you get to figure out what you do like, and
Yeah. Well, that's what I was
it all
going to say.
works out.
Sometimes in the beginning, you don't even know what you don't love, you know?
Yeah.
But like you just walk away from a shoot and you're like, wait a minute. I hated
Yeah.
that. Like you just are discovering those things and that's okay
Yeah.
too. Like it's totally okay
Or
to say yes to everything at first.
yeah, I feel like another version of this is maybe you do love everything, families, seniors, weddings. Like, there's truly nothing you don't like. But then saying no to, if you're at a point where you can do this, saying no to people who aren't your ideal client
Yeah.
can also make a huge difference.
Yeah, that's a good point too. It doesn't always
Like
have to be
people who
niche
don't,
related.
like clients that you know, like you're not going to vibe with, who maybe aren't going to value you as much, just aren't your ideal client.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, my number 4, I am letting go of keeping my social media limited to just my work. Goodbye.
Interesting.
It is in 2025. We are in
She's an
2026.
influencer.
Okay, no, that's crazy. but I just want to share a little bit more. I think obviously the latter half of this year, not even half, but like a couple months of this year has been a little bit crazy for me. And I shared about like my infertility journey. And then shortly after that, shared about my pregnancy story. And it was really so impactful, Maegan, for me to just see like our community, people that I know in person, people that I don't know in person, people that I've met at retreats. And that's the extent of our friendship. I mean, people were praying over me and Zach
Yeah.
and like sending me audio messages of them weeping and praying over us. And
Oh my
just
gosh.
like, no, I know, like goosebumps all over, even thinking about it, but like multiple people doing this. And it was just the coolest thing ever to see what an online community can do when it's not just, not that I have always shared it like just for work, you know, like I've always shared some personal things, but something so deeply personal, I have never shared like that. And treating it just a little bit more like true friendships, not just like, I don't know what the word is, but like surface level friendship, I guess.
Yeah.
Cause like I've always been like friends with people online, you know, like that's so fun.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's surface level because people don't know the inner layers and inner workings of each other's lives in that way. But like letting people in is also really fun too. And not shying away from that, being wise with it, obviously. But like not shying away from that has been really fun and life giving, I think. So
And it
that's
builds your
mine.
community. Like,
Yeah.
when
Oh, the other thing
people
I was
are-
going to say though, wait, this is kind of crazy. So that happened, but I've also like from sharing those things, I think it's from sharing those things because it's like the only thing I can think of. I've lost like a lot of followers at the same time. And like being okay, like I've lost like 1,000 followers, which like is like not a ton to some people, but it feels
like,
weighty. Like,
that's a
yeah, it
big
was like,
goal.
I don't normally lose that many people all at once, you know, and it's been over the last like 2 months. And like, that's just weird. You know, it's just
Yeah.
like abnormal for my normal social media rhythm, I guess, but not being afraid of talking about personal things because like looking at not just like the numbers, but looking at the prayers that people prayed over us and like the response of people when you're sharing personal things, not just the people who don't care. Like if they don't care, then great, they can unfollow. That's okay. Like not putting weight in that either. So that's all I was going
Quality
to
over
add.
quantity.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah. That is
I don't know.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
whatever.
What's your number 5? Your last one.
Number 5, sort of kind of related, letting go of posting just for likes and engagement.
Ooh, that is sort of kind of related.
Yeah, like I feel like Instagram, my engagement lately has been terrible.
Me too. I don't
I
think we're
think
alone
it's
in that. I think it's a
everyone's.
thing. Yeah, I think it's a
I've
thing
seen
right
it.
now.
I think it's definitely a thing. I think I've seen a lot of theories about why, but there's just too much content being produced. And it's like people are still consuming content all day, but it's like, ooh, still too much for
I don't know.
everyone to see your stuff.
I don't know if one of our friends told us this, so maybe they did, and you can tell me if they did. But I've heard that trial reels really impacted, like
Oh,
Instagram.
yeah, no. Somebody was telling us this. Was it Sue?
Maybe Sue
'Cause,
loves
like, there were
trial reels though, so I don't know. I think maybe it was
that's what I thought.
Preston.
Maybe it was somebody. One of our
But
friends was saying this because
know.
because so many people were posting trial reels because there was less consequence.
Yeah,
Like that there was just way more content being produced.
yeah,
It's like an overflow of content.
Yeah. It's true.
But
I don't know. And I had some like Instagram issues this year too. Like, remember all my situations randomly where
yes.
like I couldn't post and stuff? Ever since
Hmm.
I've now like able to post again. Ever since then, my engagement has been so low. So I don't know if like my account was impacted from that or something
I
too.
think it's just Instagram.
I don't know. But
Every
I was like doing totally fine until then. And then all of a sudden it was like, I'm like capped. I'm stuck. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird because like I had one post go crazy. Like I'll have a few posts like do really well, and
Hmm.
then my next post I get like 100 likes,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I thought we were doing good. I thought we were working
I
on
thought we were
this.
doing this. That's
But
funny.
clearly something's not working. But I don't know. Sometimes it's fun, like just to post because I like the shoe,
Yeah.
not
Sometimes it
because
doesn't
I'm trying
matter.
to. No, it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
yes, I do use Instagram to get my clients. And that's why
Yes.
I'm going to stay consistent because my clients still follow me and my clients will still find my work, but maybe less other random people will like
Yeah.
and comment on my posts, you know? Or like
Yeah.
even less of my friends have been seeing my post, but I don't think that it'll impact clientele too much.
Hmm.
So just yeah, and then just posting like things that I think are fun, like posting on my story more if it's not photography related and like
Yeah.
not trying to feel weird about it.
I love it. Yeah, they do go hand in hand. I love that. Well, my last one, again, kind of deep, guys, but not
Mhm.
feeling guilty that I can't be everything to everyone.
Oh.
Oh, I went deep.
Oh, so you read my diary.
Oh, cool, cool. But yeah,
Okay, yeah, no worries.
I don't know. I like wrote notes on this to share, and I don't even know. I feel like everybody gets it, but like
I feel like that's such a normal thing.
it
Like
really is.
everyone gets that.
Yeah, and I just feel like I want to like love people so much, and I do
Yeah,
love
that's
people so
you do.
much,
You're great at it.
but I have to have boundaries with it. And just because I set limits for myself doesn't mean that I love people any less. But I have to be intentional with the way that I love people in order to set boundaries, you know?
Mm.
But just knowing like I can't be everyone's best friend and not everyone can be my best friend, but we can be really good friends. And I can be a really good friend. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But what it looks like to be a really good friend to someone might be different in a different season of their life, of my life. It might be different in a different, like if it's a client, a different project, like based on the project, the way that you serve that client might look different. And just, I don't know, thinking through like, it's okay that things aren't so clean across the board of like, this is the way we do things, you know, or this is how I live my life and act. And like morally, yes, it should be. But like there's ebbs and flows of that with people, I think. And
You're
just
not
being like,
perfect.
yeah, yeah. And I can't be, you know, like I can't expect that of myself.
Yeah. And
So
so not like beating yourself up if
yeah,
you're not able to do all of everything for everyone. You're not
that's
supposed
right.
to.
That's right. Or even just like time, like when it's busy season, I don't know, like how often is it that we have to turn somebody down from hanging out because it's like, oh, sorry, got a session, you know, like, or have a
Yeah.
wedding or whatever it is, you know, but like not feeling guilty for that. That's okay. Like it's
Hmm.
okay that you're not like, oh, but I would love to do coffee on this one little squeezed time that I could do. It's like, you know what? After
Yeah.
busy season, I would love to hang out with you. And like that's an okay
Yeah, I
answer
need to
too,
work on that too.
you know? Like it doesn't have to be right then, unless of course
Hmm.
like it's somebody that like needs like time.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I
think
mean?
that's
Like,
hard. Yeah, it's hard because like all these things are a priority. So then it's like, which one do you pick in that moment?
yeah,
It's hard.
it is hard, but I think that's where it goes back to like even just like everyone is different and you have to kind of like be aware of yourself and what you are wanting to choose your rhythms to be in life and choosing like
Yeah.
we get to choose our priorities. We get to choose our policies for our business. We get to choose our turnaround times for our business. We get to choose our pricing. We get to choose our friends. Like we get to choose so much in our lives and like remembering that we actually have a lot more control in the things that we can control than sometimes we feel like we can. There's a lot that we can't control, but there is a circle that we can, you know?
Yeah. I think you
But
and I are both people pleasers. And I think that's what it relates to.
yeah,
It's just like you can't be perfect and please everybody and also be happy and also work really hard and yeah. It's
I love
okay if
it.
you can't do it all. That's the point.
Yeah, nobody can. I love, honestly, that's how we need to end it. Like, it's okay that you can't do it all. That's what we're letting go of in 2025 is the feeling and pressure that we've got to carry it all and do it all and be it all. Because no, we don't. In 2026,
yeah.
we're living our lives. What were you
That
gonna
doesn't
say?
mean you don't work hard. That doesn't mean that you
Right.
don't have great goals that you're working towards. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Well, guys, I hope that this was an encouraging and like, I don't know. I hope that this was an episode that helped you to feel seen and
Yes.
maybe heard, and then hopefully inspires you to set up guardrails and boundaries and really awesome things in your life that can help you to have a really great year. Because sometimes we set all of these ambitions and goals for ourselves in the beginning of the year, and then we feel like failures because we can't achieve them all. This one is a really cool episode because it's not about things that we're adding to our lives. It's actually things we're taking away. And that's pretty beautiful. You know, like it's pretty awesome to be able to say, actually, I'm letting go of some things. I'm not just going to add to my plate. I'm going to take away from it. So
Sometimes, yeah. I was just going to say, sometimes your New Year's resolutions don't need to be 20 things, that you're adding onto your plate or you're trying to achieve this year. Maybe it's things that you don't want to be doing anymore. And that's just as important.
That's good. Well, I'm glad that we had this fun and very deep episode for our first of the year. And yeah, I will see you guys next Thursday. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.